This is The Wire for 2300 Zulu, February 9th, 2026. Precedence is routine. Information cutoff is 2200. Bottom line up front. Terror attacks and cash van heist strike Italy. Suspect in possible bioweapons facility in Nevada released by judge. Beginning with international events. In Italy, several kinetic events have been reported throughout the nation as the region hosts the Olympic Games. In the region of Puglia, a cash transit van was ambushed on State Road 613, which involved thieves boxing in a cash van, forcing the vehicle to halt on the highway near a bridge just north of Torchiarolo. Once the vehicle was halted, one team of thieves stopped oncoming traffic while another team conducted an explosive breach of the van. A total of 6 gunmen took part in the attack, and injuries were reported as a result of the explosion and subsequent gunfire. However, no fatalities have been reported so far. Other than daring heists on the roadway, more deliberate terror attacks have also taken place over the past few days. 3 separate attacks were reported on Italian rail lines, all targeting main lines being used heavily by participants of the Olympics. One switching and control station was set on fire in Pesaro, and communications and switching cables were cut on one rail line in Bologna. Adjacent to this site, an IED was discovered and placed on an undisclosed track, which was found and rendered safe before it detonated. Analysts comment, be it gangs of thieves or the eco-terrorist groups that normally conduct attacks on rail lines, Italy will probably be host to a continuation of kinetic activity, as long as the Olympics bring increased focus and tourism to the nation. Analyst comments for this wire. In Nevada, several more developments have come to light regarding the Chinese-linked biolab and suspected biological weapons research facility that was discovered in Las Vegas last week. Over the weekend, Ori Solomon, the Israeli citizen who was serving as the property manager of the Vegas facility, was released from jail on the order of Judge Elena Yuchach. As such, it's quite likely that Solomon will be on a plane very soon, that is, if he isn't setting up another bioweapon facility right now. Per the court documents and media reports, Solomon is being portrayed as the innocent property manager of the residents who had nothing to do with any of this. However, this is probably not true. After this cell was discovered and the local ringleader, David He, was arrested, Solomon stepped into a more active role in managing the Vegas biolab. This is strongly indicated by the fact that David He called Solomon from prison 467 times after his arrest. Solomon's job as a property manager gave him both the access and the justification to be at this house daily, checking on the biological experiments that were ongoing at this site. This access also granted him a reason to be in the general neighborhood itself, which is not just residential. Several churches, schools, and community centers are all located within a few hundred yards of the residence where highly infectious diseases were illegally being stored in containment conditions so poor that the cleaning staff got deathly sick. Concerning others that are involved in this case, the illegal biolab itself was being run out of a residential address that was also serving as an Airbnb facility. Around the time of the raid, customers were staying at this residence, not knowing that a biological weapons facility was being run out of the garage, which was usually kept locked. None of these people have been quarantined, despite confirmed reports of biological materials leaking from this facility and making innocent bystanders ill. It is also not clear as to if any of the Airbnb customers that stayed at this site over the past year have been contacted to determine if they have unwittingly been infected. This concludes The Wire for 2300 Zulu, February 9th, 2026.